Hi YouTube again. It's me, June Yankee. Just want to let you know this is part 2 of my March update. Let's see, well, since my last video, the physical symptoms of the so-called, I'm gonna call it conversion right now, because so far it hasn't been diagnosed. The times I did go to the doctor, they still couldn't figure out the reason, but now that they did tests, they're not telling you the results, and I probably won't know until Tuesday. And they may not even tell me that they can do anything. I mean, they'll probably tell me that they can't do anything, so they already made the appointment for me to see a neurologist about this. I'm hoping they can give me a better insight, but I'm already trying to do whatever hypnosis work I can do to try to really dig into my subconscious as to what's happening with me and why, and going through all these traumas. I had to do some regression work, some deep regression work to figure out the problem at first. So like in a couple weeks time we were able to figure it out. And the problem seems to just be that over a decade of nothing but just pain, emotional pain, and just everything that I've talked to you about, and more. So what that has done, and I've learned a lot since the last video I made, so there has just been so much anger, rage, just despising the world for what it has made me, what it's turned me into, drugs. I mean, people trying to drug me up as far as like shrinks go. And trust me, I know a shrink when I see one. But I will admit that not all shrinks are bad. Certain ones, I mean, I can tell just by the way they talk to me, especially talk therapists. Which is why my goal of being the hypnotherapist, I don't want to get into just all talking about how, I don't want to get into that. But anyway, that's besides the point. What all these years and years and years of grief, self-torture, self-mutilation, because I used to do some things that I deeply regret. The reason that this is manifesting itself into my body in a physical way, let's see if I can explain this the best way I can, because I've had to explain it to so many people now that I've learned what it is. And I could probably make my webcam a little bit better than this because it's so grainy. But so far I haven't gotten any answers as to what I can look into as far as webcams. But in any case, I only got 15 minutes to do this, so what I want to point out is that, okay, where I left off, over a decade worth of all of these negative messages that were put into my mind that no, you can't do it because you have shown that you are unable to. And this was even before I started to change, before I was pulled out of my, I guess now what I want to call my suicide hole, I guess, because I was a few times at my very end. And the lowest points in my life. I'm sure a lot of people would know what it's like. So, the love of my life, the one that saved me from all that, that pulled me out of that hole, and it showed me that there is a world that I can, that there is a world out there. Not only that, but he showed me that there is hope. So, right now I'm still in the recovery process, trying to make a lot of major changes in my life. I don't know if I would call it life transitioning. I guess I don't know what the technical term for it is, but I'm trying to move on with my life. I've got plans. I'm currently trying to work towards moving out of this crap hole. But there have been many, many relapses since I started to do this work, this intense work. But back to what I was talking about as far as physical symptoms, it's gotten so much worse. I forgot if I said in my other video that it was just the one hand or whatever, or if it was my whole body or what, but just feeling numb or tingly. Well, I forgot what all I said because I can't, my computer's messing up so badly I can't always watch YouTube videos. It's a thing with the memory. I need to get it checked out. Because apparently even the disk cleanup isn't doing any good. So I don't know what I need to look into as much as I want to try to do as much as I can myself before I can get it looked at. But it's gotten so severe. My conversion problem, that now it's both hands, and most of the time it's every other part of my body, because now both of my legs are stiff. I can't walk straight. I can't do things that are like TMI. I can't do even the simplest of things, but the reason I think that is, and I'm only beginning to understand this, that it's only doing that because it's a physical way of my mind telling me that, hey, you've been through way too much and you have resisted to let it out. You had no way of letting it out. You had no outlet before. And now that you have outlets, my mind telling me this, you have outlets now that you can start to release all the fears and messages that people have always given me that I will never make it. Well, here I am trying to get all of this in my mind that I'm gonna make it. I've got a future, and it's being planned out. It's almost being handed me to me on a silver platter. So I'm very, very grateful for that. I'm very grateful to have the love of my life. For 3 years, going on 3 years. So, the only way I'm ever able to get relief from this extreme stiffness is if I take a couple of Xanax. So all the hypnosis work I'm doing is almost like it's because I'm making all these major, major changes. it's almost like it's so major. It's going from the ultimate evil to the ultimate good kind of thing, that's just an example. So whenever I do this work, whether it's regression work or trying to reprogram my subconscious mind, it in turn makes me stiffer and stiffer. So that's what's going on right now. And unfortunately, I won't see a neurologist for another 3 weeks. 3.5 weeks, actually. By then, well, actually, with, I guess one of my fears that are really holding me back from moving on is this in general. I mean, what if it's disabling me so much in a physical way that I can't do the simplest things? I couldn't sign things because I have this big meeting, like, at the local courthouse coming up for guardianship issues. I'm trying to get that away from my mom, and so far everybody has supported me in this. So when I go, I'm gonna have to show them that, hey, all these positive changes are happening, because it was only put in place at one point because they thought that I was at my lowest point and I was ready to, kill myself. That was the only reason it was ordered, for her guardianship over me. So that so much dramatic change has been happening, I've arranged for this to get dropped. And because I really, really want this so bad, I want to go out and live my life. I'm 24. I should have lived it a long time ago. But the only thing really holding me back is this, and I can never find relief. There's no relief other than like the Xanax, and that's only temporary. And I don't want to become dependent on that again. Believe me, I have a story. So, looking at my time, I think I'm looking at the comments. I know one of you at one point just thought I was looking down at the comments, but no, I was just looking at the time. But in any case, I am at this point in time not requiring any bit of financial help. That would be greatly appreciated. I just need to know you're a real person if you offer to help. I need to know you're a real person, and if you're just, that'd be too much to get into because I only got less than 2 minutes to get this done. Let's see. But yeah, now I am looking at the comments from the previous video. So, I am really, really trying to hang in there. I'm still hanging on. I'm still trying to do all of this. I don't really understand, though, what, see, what was your, hold on, let me just look. Well, I don't know. In any case, one of you said that you mentioned something about, as far as temporary relief, something about a manicure, pedicure. What is that gonna do? I mean, I thought it was just a cosmetic thing. They do your nails. How can it relieve numbness and severe stiffness? Because I know conversion symptoms can be severe. That's what I read. And it has gotten so severe, I can't write. I can't take care of, business. Okay, that'll be a TMI thing. But, okay, I'm running out of time, so I'm gonna say, goodbye for now.